Okay, so up next here, we've got Algebra 4-3, looking at 4 different types of slope. So these 4 different types of slope are demonstrated by the 4 different lines below. So the first one here, and you're always going to use this from going from left to right, because that's the order we read, right? We read from left to right. So if I'm looking at a little person, and I go from left to right, I'm walking up that line, which makes this a positive slope. I don't need to write slope after each one. We'll just write positive. And we'll use a different color because colors are fun. And then on the other side, the flip side, if I'm looking at the second line and I'm my little person going from left to right, I'm walking down that line, meaning that that would be a negative slope. Then over here, again, still thinking about my little guy walking from left to right, if we think of the fact that slope is kind of like the steepness of a line, what kind of steepness does this line have, or what kind of inclination does it have? None. It's flat, right? It's a flat, straight line. Well, they're all straight, but it's got zero inclination or zero steepness to it. So this actually is a 0 slope. And that actually makes sense because you can, ready for this magic? Make a Z out of it for 0. Right? See what I did there? Clever, I know. And this last one, my poor little guy, because he's not Spider-Man, he can't climb up a wall like that. He can't climb up a vertical wall. So because the little guy can't climb up this is what's called a purple undefined slope. This is what's called an undefined slope. And that I have a nice little diagram for. Would be like, there's my U, and that's part of my N. Undefined. All right, make that un. Yeah, we could write the defined in there. That makes sense. Last thing I just want to add in are these 2 special kinds of lines have special names. Well, not special names, but they have names, right? This 0 slope is what's called a horizontal line. And this is what's called a vertical line. That's going to come into play a little bit later in the unit. All right, so 4 types of slope: positive, negative, 0, and undefined. There should be a D at the end. Undefined slope.